Hold on, I need a shirt. I feel too naked.
What was it, Laura? Your boobs are on display.
We
You
ready
good?
to
The
have
tatas
a
are situated.
we're good.
And now we
Very
can
good.
start titties. Now we can start. Okay.
Got the tits out.
We've
Out of
got
the way.
so many
Not out.
topics today.
What'd you say?
We have so many topics today.
I
Oh
feel like,
yeah.
all right, I know we're talking about the new division, but is there something else that you wanted to add on the docket?
I didn't know if you guys wanted to touch upon anything with nationals. Um,
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw some things. I saw
same,
some things with nationals that I'd like to talk about.
same.
Go,
Who's
Meg.
going?
Oh,
Go at it.
go. We're going. Did we already talk about nationals?
No, not after the fact, at least.
I
I don't know
can't.
why I'm having like a blank.
I
I'm
know. I'm
having
like,
a
I
brain fog.
literally can't remember.
No, because it happened
It was right
before.
before.
Yeah, last
Okay.
weekend.
Oh yeah, it was last weekend. I
Okay, so
mean,
yeah, I guess
I
I
didn't
watched
watch.
it, but I
Did
didn't
you?
like think about it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw Wellness. I didn't even get the live feed or anything.
I didn't either. I followed as along as much as I could with
Mhm.
wellness and bikini, just because that's like what the majority of either
Mhm.
myself or my athletes are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see like too what they're even classic too, like what they're looking for. And I think that it's interesting because they're looking for vastly different physiques depending on the height class,
Mhm. Yeah.
specifically to bikini and wellness. I
Hmm.
didn't fully understand. So the girl that won the overall for wellness was class B, and I thought she looked great. She did. But in comparison to the girl that won class A, they were very, very different physiques. And I would have said that if they were going for something more comparable to the girl who won the overall, there's someone else in class A that was more of a comparable physique to that than the girl
Yeah.
who won. So it left me a little bit like, what the fuck are you looking at? What are you
Yeah.
looking for?
Hmm.
I feel that too because and I also saw some discrepancies of what they're awarding on the pro stage compared to what they're awarding at nationals.
Yes.
So, like for instance, like class A, the girls who placed first and second, you could see their big quad sweeps from the back, but you're getting knocked down at the pro league for that.
Mm.
And the girl who, like you were saying, in class B, who won the overall, yeah, she had some quads from the back, but her glutes were definitely more dominant, you know? So I was kind of confused as to the judging there. And then I think it was class C, the one where Mina was in it.
Yes, which I was like, why didn't you win?
I don't even want to talk about that class because
However,
I got confused.
there were other girls in the class that were good.
Hmm.
Um, I'm drawing a blank on her name. She's a lawyer. She's one of Ludacris's athletes who looked phenomenal.
Hmm.
She had a blue suit. I can't think of her name at the moment. I think she won her pro card. She was second place, I believe. But just again, the physiques were so vastly different.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. 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 I didn't watch any other classes though, so I don't have much to say about bikini.
I
But
have
that
a
was
well,
what
okay, so the overall winner for bikini, I don't know her exact age, but she definitely looked relative to my age, somewhere within 30s around there,
Mhm.
maybe a little older. And she was a more muscular bikini in class A, which is expected. They're short. And then I was looking because I have a girl who's planning to compete for this spring, and she's already won two overalls at, local shows and all that and does well. And I think she has potential to do really well, but she's like you guys, she's 5'7". And then I'm looking at what's like, I guess technically like class E somewhere around there, and they're twigs.
Yeah.
So and she's not. So I'm kind of like, no, awesome.
Hmm.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. And I guess I that kind of goes into why they created the new division or brought in that entry level division too,
Yeah.
is to, allow these women to kind of work up to bikini because bikini is a muscular class
Hmm.
from
It
your typical gym goer.
it should be.
Yep.
Yeah,
If
for sure. Bodybuilding,
I
regardless.
hope I hope with them bringing in the new class, it does change the expectations a little bit of bikini for it to being a little bit more muscular.
Hmm.
And I know we were all kind of talking about how, when we first heard the whole fit body, we were sort of against it and whatever. There's I'm a 50-50 at this point of like how I
Mhm.
feel,
Hmm.
because there's some things about it that I think are fantastic, and I can speak from my own experience as having been someone who's competed for 11 years now. When came across bikini and I loved it, I at the very early stages, even until, a year ago, I'll say it, whatever, I never wanted anything to do with PEDs. I just didn't want to do it. It wasn't for me. And I felt like I hit a point in my journey that if I didn't, I couldn't continue. And again, that's my feelings. Is that actuality? Did everyone hold a gun to my head? No. But that's just how I was made to feel. And having that new division is going to prevent people from feeling like that, which is awesome. But the caveat to it is I think that if it's going to be an entry level division, it shouldn't be a pro league category.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, oh, Miss Olympia fit body or fit, what is it even called? Fit
It's fit
model?
model.
It model.
Fit model?
Model. Yeah.
Like, no, no, keep it out of the pro league. Like, I think it's great for entry. Like, because I think the way that you should go about bodybuilding first is, picking a division that you want to embody and
Yep.
look like and feel comfortable in. And that's what I'm currently doing. What am I doing? I'm pulling down muscle to feel more comfortable in my own skin. But my genetics wants me to go heavy muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think this entry level physique will be good for people who just they want to feel good about themselves. They want to look the part, but they want to slowly build up to it, to their genetic potential, see where their genetics even lie, because it does take you years to get to the stage
Yep.
Yes.
for some people. My genetics, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do bikini. And I started, just lifting weights and I grew and I was able to do figure at my first show. Not everybody can do that.
Yep.
You have to kind of work through the ranks. And I think this will be a good little stepping stone for
This
people.
is this is also going to be a place for people that are not genetic outliers, which is nice. The only thing else that I'm kind of like, what the hell with, is so they're using Ashley K for the like epitome
Hmm.
physique that they're looking for, but she had glutes, she had delts, she had a six pack.
Ripped six
Yeah.
pack, yeah.
So like, what the fuck are you talking
I
about?
know. But I mean, like, what are they gonna use? They don't have the division anymore.
Yeah.
So they're saying
There's other
I
people
know,
that were softer than her.
yeah, there were.
She's.
And
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, they're saying one thing and they're awarding, another. And that's typical with a lot of divisions that they write the guidelines for. What they award, is it really to what they're saying? Probably not. But I think we have to just kind of let it unravel next
Yeah,
year.
it's gonna be like a wait and see type of deal. Because I know
Yeah.
initially we all were like, "What the fuck? This is stupid." And like, honestly, at the end of the day, like everyone that has either a positive or negative opinion, it has merit. Like, honestly, if I were a guy, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be so fucking tired of adding another
Yeah.
fucking female division because we now have seven to their four. And
Oh,
as a
I didn't think of that.
spectator, yeah, as a spectator, it's like, oh my God, another fucking female division when the national show, like Class D, the finals, they got on at like seven, which means like us taller bitches, we're not getting on till 8, 9 o'clock. The Olympia probably won't be done until fucking 2 a.m. now. So it's like, we have to we have to draw a line somewhere when it comes to just like being reasonable with like the show day experience because like you're adding another division, which means you're getting your hair, your makeup, and your tan. Okay, so are we gonna get up at like fucking 12 in the morning now for a 9 a.m. showing? Like, how are we going to like how are the show promoters expected to kind of like expedite this and make it work? Are we gonna do like longer show days, like start on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that? Like as an athlete, that's my concern. And then also when it comes to just like I've seen so many different opinions now. I'm starting to kind of forget them, but opinion about like it's watering down bodybuilding to where it's making a mockery of the sport because the ladies in the fit model division aren't like developed. It's like if you don't want to look like that, don't compete in that division. But like if as bodybuilders, I feel like we just kind of forget we are so like sheltered within the bodybuilding community that we look at the Ashley K physique and we're like, oh, that's fucking fat. Dude, look at America. Like any person that would go from like 220 pounds fat to an Ashley K physique, even if it was 212, like, holy shit, that's still pretty impressive. That's bodybuilding in its own way. And like, I understand what they're saying about like, well, they should be bigger. It's like, bro, give them a fucking chance. Like, give them a chance to be bigger. Like, everyone starts somewhere. A lot of people were reposting like their old physique photos that obviously they don't look like that anymore. So it's like, if this isn't entry level, like, give them a chance. And at
And
the end of
that's
the day, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's exactly what I was saying. I think it's great for an entry level, but you
Hmm.
can't have a pro league division that's an entry level. It doesn't
And
make
that's
sense.
yeah, that's where it's kind of silly. That's where I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, that's definitely like a financial thing. Like, okay,
And
like,
they're also saying from like looking at the rules that they're putting out, one, they're making them wear like more coverage on the bottom than I wear to the
hmm
beach, first off.
Mhm.
Two, like the whole like no bling on the bathing suit. What the hell is the difference? Who cares?
hmm
Um, and then three is oh, what was I gonna say? Not brain fart moment. Ooh, I don't
Personally,
remember.
I
you
Yeah,
wouldn't
can't
it'll
want to
come
cross
wear
to
those
me.
over.
bottoms.
What's that?
I wouldn't want to wear those
Dude,
bottoms.
they're
Like,
No,
ugly.
they're
I don't
awful.
even
They're
They
not
look like
flattering for
granny
anyone.
panties.
exactly. Like, I don't even own a bikini like that.
That's what I said. That's
Like,
more
no
coverage than I
girl
would do.
does. Like,
Yeah. But I do like that you can't cross over though.
Oh,
It's like if
oh,
you're
that you
gonna do
can't
fit,
cross.
yeah.
The fact
yeah,
that you can't cross, like that doesn't make sense either, because you're gonna have a lot of girls that are like, I don't know if I'm quite big enough for bikini. Like, would I be better in fit model and want to do both, like you can do in any other division? That's not fair, in my opinion.
I mean, personally, I would actually like to see like crossovers like kind of be done with because like
Yeah, but if
especially if
they're
they
gonna do that unanimously,
right, like I would rather just do that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like at local shows, it's like, listen, if you're going to be a wellness competitor, you're going to compete in wellness, not wellness and figure. And like I understand how that kind of like sucks for girls that are a little bit undecided, but it does make the judging criteria and then it also makes the ability to like focus in on the physique and what that criteria is a little bit clearer versus being like you go to a local show and you just kind of like enter into every fucking division and you get like trophies in every division because you showed up and you competed. It's like, well, are you figure, are you wellness, or whatever? It's like I wish they would just kind of go away with the crossover so that way we're not like awarding physiques that don't fit the criteria but looked the best on that show day and got a
yeah,
trophy for it.
I agree because
you see people
I've
win
seen
more than one division.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like overalls, like overall wellness and overall WPD. It's like, okay, well, which one is she? Because
Mm-hmm.
the criteria is completely different. That's why I just don't understand the crossovers. But I like that this one doesn't because it is entry level. So
Yep.
why should you be able to do an entry level division and then also
Mm-hmm.
one with more muscle? That doesn't make sense. So that I liked the whole crossover, like no crossover thing. That's really great. Um, but I understand, like, I think part of it, I know it's all like, oh, it's the money, oh, it's a good business move. Like, okay, cool. So what? It is a business at the end of the day, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Um, and they're trying to gain more mainstream sponsors. They're trying to grow and promote bodybuilding and make it more mainstream. Like, we're not, I don't think we're ever going to be on like ESPN or anything like that. It's not going to get to that point, but
Mm-hmm.
like, it does bring in more money. The prize pool gets bigger, but at the same time, I'm like, is it really a money issue? Because you look at how much Mr. O just won, and you're just
Yeah.
like, like,
You know what else I'm in
no.
question of too is I know that there's been a lot of change with like natural divisions. I think that there's been like weeding out. I can't remember which is what. Honestly, I don't really follow it that closely, but I think they're going to try to lure in people that did natural divisions because now this is appealing and it's not so much of a unfair advantage.
Yeah. And I mean, I could see that. And I could see how maybe they're doing this from like a liability standpoint too, because it
Probably.
is, it is an extreme sport.
Mm-hmm.
We're not delusional in the fact that, in most classes, most people take drugs. I mean, shit, there's some bikini girls who do more gear than me. Like, so like I think having this entry level
Mhm.
is good, but will people will still use gear and do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's not, I mean, sure, it looks healthier, but is it healthier? You know, it's bodybuilding still.
Yeah. Someone, I forget, I don't know who this person was, but a lot of people were like screenshotting it, reposting on their stories where they said that like bodybuilding isn't meant to be for everyone. So
Exactly.
what are your guys' thoughts on that? Because obviously with this entry level division for females, it's kind of encouraging kind of like the fit influencer look where they just step on stage and congrats, now they're a pro bodybuilder.
Yeah, I don't like it. And
Yeah.
it's not for everybody, you know. Bodybuilders back in the day, like people would go pay to see these freaks, literal freaks. They're not supposed to look like your average Joe walking around to Walmart and shit. You know,
No.
that's not what we put in the time and energy every single fucking day for. You know, that's what pisses me off is because I think I understand like the whole watered down sense. Um, but at the end of the day, is it going to take away from the fact that you are a pro athlete and you treat the sport like a pro sport and you give it your all? No, it's
Mhm.
only going to take that away from you if you let it.
Mhm.
So, you know, fuck it. I don't care about the entry level. I don't care if you don't want, you know, big, massive glutes and like delts and stuff. Like, do
Can't
what you want
relate.
at the end of the day. Yeah, right? Like, it's like, do what you want. It's not really going to affect me. Like I've seen so many pro level competitors and like I was a little pissed at first and I still am because I think it's a little bit of a dookie division to be honest. But like at the end of the day, like am I going to lose sleep over it? Am I going to bitch and make a rant post about it every single day? No, because who cares?
You know what I'm interested to see too is like I would say wellness has become a very all of a sudden populated division because it's like the look that everybody wants.
Yeah.
Is this going to have like focus kind of switch over to that because wellness is a really fucking hard look to achieve, and I think that people are starting to see that more and more. Maybe this is going to shift a little bit of following towards that.
I could see that. I see
Maybe,
that.
maybe where they're not like getting lean enough for wellness, and so then they compete in wellness, they don't do well, and they're like, oh, maybe you should like either grow and actually develop glutes and delts and become leaner for bikini, or if you don't want to get that shredded, maybe you can't get that shredded because lack of discipline, poor planning, whatever. Like, okay, well, at least there's a little bit of a softer division for you. So I get the whole like inclusion thing. Like I was like with Meg and obviously like with Laura, like at first I was like really pissed off because I was just like, oh my God, like who the fuck cares? But like at the end of the day, it's like who the fuck cares? Like it's
Yeah.
already been decided,
Yeah.
right? So everyone can have their own opinions and can express those opinions. And to some extent, all the opinions are valid because they are all sides of the different coin. But at the end of the day, both as athletes and coaches, we won't know until 2025 and we see it in action. And then in 2026, if they are at the Olympia or whatever is decided, like my only fear is because there are so many women's divisions now, is that one of the women's divisions are going to get cut. And I'm
Mhm.
thinking figure or WPD or God forbid even like women's bodybuilding, which is like
Just came back.
scarce anyway, just because it's like, they're bigger girls. And, even though we want to see like the big, crazy looking guys, unfortunately the big ladies, even though I love fucking seeing it, like because it's not like super mainstream and super like profitable, I'm worried that one of those divisions are going to get cut because
And
that to me is bodybuilding, not
They,
yeah.
fit
they were
mom.
trying to cut women's physique already.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you're probably right.
That's why, you know, Wings of Strength is so big on keeping them in.
Hmm.
That's, you know, if you want to compete as WBB or WPD, those are the shows that you do because they want to keep that part of the sport alive. And I know like them cutting out WPD from the Arnold, that's not really like an IFBB thing. That's the promoters of the Arnold. You know, they look at it more so from a business standpoint. I've noticed over the years, you know, does this division bring in more money than this one? No. So we're
Hmm.
not gonna have it in our show. And I get it from a business standpoint. Like at the end of the day, it's business.
Hmm.
But do I want to see one of the muscular divisions be kicked out for an entry level division?
No.
Oh, that would hurt.
That
I would
that was
cry.
kind of surprising. And I forget where I saw this yesterday, but they were saying that if adding anything, they're surprised it's a less muscular division because Gen Z has been the most pivotal of like muscle development, seeing bigger bodies, more advanced physiques, all of that. So to
Mhm.
have something stepping the opposite direction doesn't entirely make sense. I could see them making bikini a little bit more muscular than it is, and then an in between bikini and wellness, and then let your wellness girls be fucking senators and massive lower bodies. I honestly would have rather seen that.
Me too. That's what wellness is anyway. Like they award the big like centaur legs like in Brazil, but in America, no, they don't.
In fit model, which is in
Mhm.
WBFF, that's exactly what it is. It's between the two
Yeah.
divisions.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the pose? The front pose?
I already nailed it, as you saw.
Ugh. That thing makes me cringe. I see girls hit that in like the UK, like as part of like a transition shot too, and I'm like, oh, like, what are you doing?
You know
Uh,
what's funny, and I said this to Josh last night, and I was like, when I competed for the first time, I literally did everything you could possibly have done wrong and still would have been like more muscular than I should have been to
Mhm.
be in the new fit model right now.
that's crazy.
Like
When you think about
everything
that,
wrong.
I will
that's so
admit though, I really did love reading the comments on Tyler's announcement, but then also like Nick's strength and power. Like one, it's just the comments of mostly guys being upset, and again, rightfully so, but they were just like, this is literally just like a Hooters scouting division.
my God. I saw this one guy comment on it, and he was like, "Good, this is what I prefer, anyways." No one fucking cares. Like, I hate that. Like, just insecure men. Like, oh, but this is what females should look like, anyways. Like, go suck it.
Yeah. So it's like that sexualization too.
Uh,
That's funny.
Uh,
but
I feel like we're probably disappointing a lot of people because I feel like a lot of people are still like really,
I
really
know they wanted
upset.
the tea,
I know they
but
wanted us to be, but
I'm
like at the end of the day, it's
sorry.
like,
I'll still cuss, but like, like I see there's a broader appeal. There's increased
yeah,
participation for the sport. At the end of the day, if you love the sport, you want it to grow.
yeah,
But do I want these entry level physiques on the Olympia? No. Do I want them to be awarded a pro card? No. I think that's silly. That makes no sense. So,
yeah, yeah. I almost wonder with the suit choice with like the granny panties if it's because they want it to be like televised. So like they're trying to like censor it a little bit because like obviously like I mean their goal is to probably get on like ESPN or CBS or Fox or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like maybe like toning down the bling and the pageantry just to make it a bit more like maybe fuck what's that one magazine like
Sports
Sports
Illustrated.
Illustrated. Yeah.
uh,
Hmm.
maybe. I mean, shit, I'm happy. What was the bikini company? They're no longer doing the little itty bitty V cuts
Oh, that's
anymore.
across the board. They
Yeah,
they
I
they
know.
are doing
Thank
that so that
God.
way
You're
you're
talking about in the front or the back?
In the front.
in the front.
That shit got low. Like I saw some competitors from the O, I'm like, you gotta get like more than a freaking Brazilian. You need like I don't even I don't even know. You need like to baby that.
Mhm.
You know,
Like
you know what else though I think could see happening is like didn't Attila I don't know if I'm saying that right. Attila just come out with a like swimsuit line,
Maybe.
oh, you think it's gonna
something
be
to like connect with that she's going to be like the suit designer for this because that's the type of suits that they design.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I'm just happy that, it's not on the pro stage this year because my dad would be so pissed if he has to watch another show, like
Dude,
another
right?
division.
So what is the deal with that? Because I haven't really heard that. Are they like contemplating if it's going to be on the pro stage, or are they just not doing it yet? Like, did they
I,
say?
I think I can't wonder
Maybe they're
if it's
giving it time to kind of see if it's popular, if people respond to it before like investing in the money. Because you have to think also like they're gonna have to like do like give show promoters time to adjust their schedule, adjust show days. Like they're gonna have
Was
to adjust like the judges and get the judges trained, even though it was like a class that was already judged in that era. It's like you still need to like define the criteria and get the judges trained properly. So there is going to be like a learning curve to this, and then obviously on coaches' ends, like learning how to, I don't know, like get bikini without like the bikini standard. So I feel like there's just going to be a little bit of finessing of 2025 before
Yeah.
they do want to invest all that time into putting it on the Olympia stage in 2026.
you guys
Well,
remember when wellness first came out? Was that immediately in Olymp on the Olympia
I
stage?
think it's the next year, yeah. But it does say it says NPC worldwide regional and pro qualifiers only in 2025, 2026, the IFBB Pro show start for fit
Oh.
model. So yeah, it will be, which I don't agree with. Maybe they'll change that. Who knows? We'll have to kind of wait and see. But I did want to point out something because Ash, you posted on like your story about it. I get it with the whole watering down thing, but at the same time, if you want to enter this division, it's still a bodybuilding class. Like you
Mhm.
still have to prep for this.
Yep.
You still have to put in work. You can't just dilly-dally and show up like you're just going to like your family beach vacay, And I feel like I'm scared that a lot of people are going to approach it that way. They're going to do like a 4 week mini cut
Right.
and like step on stage. Like it's not going to be the same thing
Hmm.
you know, or
Some
at
people could
least,
probably do that though for this.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
at the same time, like if I get an athlete who wants to do this, I'm going to make it very apparent that I will prep you just like you're doing bikini or just like you're doing
Yeah.
wellness. Like I will literally make you send me training footage. I will make
Yeah.
sure you're training like a bodybuilder, but in a sense that we're not like putting on like crazy amounts of muscle tissue, but you still have to do this with like respect for the sport. Holy shit.
Exactly.
Like
Like
I did,
even if you want it to be a bucket list item for any other
yeah,
fucking division, like I
yeah.
don't care, but you're gonna be treated like a goddamn athlete because
Mhm.
this sport means so much to me that you're gonna do right by it. And if you don't want to do it, then go hire someone else. That's completely fine. You're allowed to do that. But like if you want to compete in bodybuilding, you're gonna be treated like an athlete.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
sport.
Point blank. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think that it's going to turn into some weight loss transformation class. Like a lot of people, I saw comments on that. And I'm just like, I mean, based on their criteria, they're not going to award that.
Hmm.
Like I know Summer Shredding, like Christian Guzman's show has like a weight loss transformation where they literally show the picture in the back, and then they walk out and they look fucking crazy, drop like hundreds of pounds.
Hmm.
Are they fit model criteria? No. Are they bikini criteria? No. They're transformation class. And that is for that organization or that show. But is that going to be awarded as fit model? No. So I'm not worried about that
Hmm.
at least.
I would say you more likely see, and this is obviously too going to be people that are not working with coaches that are just trying to jump in and do it themselves. People that have very disordered habits or things like that, even eating disorders, and then see this as like I don't need to gain muscle. It's okay. Now I have a place I fit type of deal. I
Yep.
can see that happening too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is
But
like the unfortunate thing too, where it's like because they are less muscle and when I say higher body fat, I don't mean like obese, but like just higher body fat compared to like the other divisions. It's like it is almost like awarding skinny fat to some degree. And with that becomes a lot of eating disorder type of tendencies. And again, I understand they weren't wanting like washboard abs, but even in like the Ashley K like example photo, it's like, okay, well, she's pretty hard-ish compared to like what they are saying. So it will be very interesting to see like athletes compete and see like what's awarded. But truth be told, I don't envy the judges whatsoever because like that would just be very difficult for me to like unlearn like hard, full, impressive physiques, especially with like the smaller divisions like bikini where it's like we're not huge, but it got a lot bigger compared to, what it was in 2012.
yeah,
That is definitely interesting because I would say for the most part, even in bikini, you're still choosing the like best overall appearance between muscularity, presentation,
Mhm.
femininity, put together with hair and makeup and this and that. And this division is not going to be that for the winner.
Right.
You're not going to be picking the most muscular girl.
Right.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm curious. Will
Hmm.
I seek out a show to watch it? No.
No,
But I'll look at the photos.
that's right. That's right. Well, yeah,
I guess I'm sorry if we disappointed you guys with, I thought we were gonna be a little bit more pissed, but I came to my senses
I
and I
did too.
realized, oh, it's not that
Yeah,
bad.
I was like,
I was
I was
livid
pissed for
though.
a day.
If we would have done it right at that moment, yeah, but I just don't see the point in
Yeah.
being, it's not gonna affect me. It's not affecting wellness.
If
If
Hmm.
it
anything,
affects you,
um,
if anyway, it'll be giving you more people to work with.
Yep.
yeah, yeah, give me more money. Fuck it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like with this division, like more bodybuilding and potentially fewer health risks is a good thing. Is a good thing to have like an increase in popularity, and it is a good thing for bodybuilding to change and evolve. Like I know when bikini was added way back when, and when classic physique was added way back when, like it was hard for people to accept, right? Because like people don't like change, but bodybuilders especially don't like change. We are creatures of
No,
habit and routine, and if you fuck up with my routine, it we can spiral, right? So at first, like I understand everyone being like, "Oh, this is stupid. This isn't bodybuilding." Yada yada yada. And again, like I used to agree, but at the end of the day, it's like the sport's growing, like it's adapting, it's growing. What the future may hold, I have no idea. I do hope that with this class or this division addition, that it doesn't mean that a bigger division is going to be cut. And hopefully, this isn't the only division that gets added. Like, hopefully, the guys get a little bit more love too, because quite frankly, like, there are other male body types as well. And obviously, with men's physique being fucking astronomically popular, just like bikini is, but they're as big up top almost as fucking like 212 guys, classic guys, that like maybe they do need like a smaller men's division so that way the men's division can gain a little bit more popularity as well.
they need to add something additional for men. So you can't have seven women's categories and four for
Dude,
guys.
right?
I don't know what they're going like where it would fit of what they want to do, but that's kind of unfair.
Hmm.
I agree. I agree.
Maybe they could have like
Hey,
we could call
coffee.
this the Barbie division, and then we get a Ken division where
Mm,
I'm down.
no, because I would be scared that then men's wellness would come. And I don't want
Oh,
not
well,
yet.
Ross, it's your time.
Not
oh,
yet. I don't want that in the US yet.
where is the women's division that is just upper body and no legs? Because I would have crushed that. Like,
I'm trying to think like it would be like the female version of being like Johnny Bravo, where you're just
Yeah, God.
good.
that's amazing.
I guess it could be WPD. Some of those girls don't really have like super stacked lowers. They're just super conditioned, but
Mm.
they're jacked up top. But I don't know. We'll
Mhm.
see. We'll see, guys. It's going to be an exciting year for bodybuilding, regardless, which
I
makes me
agree.
excited.
I agree. I agree. Did you guys want to talk more about nationals, or were you guys happy with?
No, that was about it.
Yeah, just the judging. And that's what I mean, it sucks because the divisions that we're talking about right now, like wellness, bikini, WPD, these have been around for quite some time. Like we should have solidified judging criteria by now.
Hmm.
Mm,
And the fact
mm.
that we're adding a new division to learn new judging criteria, it makes me a little like stressed because I'm like, well, you don't even know what you're awarding at the divisions that we've
That
already had for
that's
years.
that's a really good. Honestly, Sid has won the Olympia what 8 times now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She's probably one of the smallest figure girls up there, if
Yeah.
Hmm.
not the smallest figure physique
Yeah.
that was on stage. So what the fuck? Why is everybody else?
Yeah.
She's
And
just got that good of shape.
Yep.
I think it has to do because I was there too, with figure. I always thought, oh, I have to be bigger. I have to be bigger. That's just always our first thought with bodybuilding. And I feel the same about wellness. I'm like, I have to be bigger. I have to be
Yeah.
bigger. But now I've come to my senses. I'm like, no, my size is fine. I need to grow my glutes and not grow anything else. And that's like super hard. But I think just as bodybuilders, we just have this constant feeling like we're not good enough, so we need to be bigger. We need to be bigger. And that does fuck you in the end because figure is not about bigger, like
Yeah.
at all. That's why, Cameron is like, you're either doing wellness or WPD because I'm nowhere near figure anymore. Like even with my upper body, I mean, I need to
Uh-huh.
train. Looks like a little noodle. Look at that. Going away. But then my delt is like, like what the fuck? But you know what I mean, though? We're
Yeah.
constantly striving for bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger
It's
is
funny that you
better.
said that though, because like I was literally talking to Julia today,
Yeah.
and she was like, saying that she was excited for my prep, and I was like, honestly, like I'm starting to feel just like really insecure, just being like, I don't think I'm big enough. I still feel like a tiny little tyke. And she's like, it's not always about size. And I was like, damn, bitch, she got me good. She
Yeah.
got me.
I mean, you go into a wellness class C for nationals. The girl who won Tiffany's client, was she bigger than Mina who
Oh,
placed fourth? No, but she was
her
hella
waist was like
consistent.
this
Her
big
waist
though.
was tiny.
Yeah.
Was it my favorite wellness physique upstage? No, it wasn't. But I'm not there in the judges'
Yeah.
position seeing this, but she was balanced, and the other girls maybe didn't have as condition as her, and that's what they awarded. But like, was she the biggest girl on stage? No.
Hmm.
No,
Our
Mina trumped her.
Yeah, dude. Fucking love Mina's physique.
I do too.
Hmm.
You know what
Fangirl.
though? One thing I did notice specifically when it came to the class A category, because I was watching throughout like after different posts and stuff on Instagram, the girl who ended up second place, that when they were showing the
Yeah.
comparisons, I was like, holy shit, look how big her legs are. And it showed her moving. And when she was moving, she was actually not like nearly as massive as she looked in her poses. So
Hmm.
that's part of it too, of like seeing it live, seeing the body moving, like
Yeah.
doesn't always translate to what we see in photos.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy how like you can see these girls like individually and you're like, holy shit, she's massive. And that's what I think. Looking at these wellness girls like posting their progress photos or individual pictures of them at the Olympia, and I'm like, holy fuck. But if I stand next to like Tiffany at the gym, I'm like, oh, I look fucking insane because I'm towering over her.
Hmm.
So it's very interesting, and you don't know until you're all lined up. You can be the
Exactly.
best in your progress photos, but are you the best on stage? We shall see.
Exactly.
Let's
Exactly.
see.
I got some fun Christmas questions if you guys want to do that.
Let's get it. 'Cause,
But
it's getting sunny out, so I'm going back to the
I
beach
see
in a
that. I
few.
see it coming in.
yeah, you also see the waves in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Ash, we're like at the same place right now. I'm
Let me put
expecting to
my
see you on the
sunglasses on.
beach.
It's getting a little hot.
That's right. That's right. So Laura, again, like just try to put a little Judaism swing on this. But what's your favorite holiday snack?
Snack. Um,
Holiday snack. Fucking Yule log.
That's not a
what?
snack, bitch. That's a dessert. Meg's like, give me the log.
Give me the log. Little Debbie's Christmas trees.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good snack.
That's a good one. I have a savory and a sweet. So my savory is homemade Chex Mix with like the Worcestershire.
Like the
Oh,
Muddy Buddies.
not the Muddy Buddy, the savory one with like Worcestershire that you like bake in. Oh, it's good. My dad always made it growing up,
Sure.
and it was good.
It's good.
It was good. And then
This
the
is
sweet one, I like. It's not really a snack. It's just like we always did Christmas cookies, so it's just like that's my favorite thing is just doing Christmas
the
cookies.
like roll of them that you cut that have the little like the
We
sugar crystals.
so yeah, so growing up, we definitely did the was that Pillsbury that had like the little Christmas trees. Yeah, those slap. But as an adult, now that I am married with Eric, I just love making his great grandma's sugar cookie recipe.
Mm,
So I like actually roll those out, and then I have like little like Christmas tree stamps and make like little Christmas trees, and it's really fun.
look
Wife
at
shit.
you.
Wife shit. Hmm.
Meanwhile,
Uh,
I have the Pillsbury elf and the Pillsbury snowman cookies waiting for Sunday in the
Those
fridge.
slap though. Like that is like it's like homemade great granny sugar cookies, Pillsbury.
Pillsbury, no, it's that.
That's right. All right, Laura, your favorite holiday snack.
I don't really, it's not holiday. I guess the only thing Jewish I've ever liked is fried matzah and eggs. So it's like basically a cracker scrambled with eggs. and then you put salt on it, which is good.
That sounds good. I'd fuck with
Yeah,
that.
crackers
Sounds
and
like something I
eggs.
made in prep. I'm good.
Yeah.
Get that rice cake, crumble it up over your
That's
meal.
Anything
right.
else? Not my jam. I'm trying to think. Challah bread is great, but that's not like a.
That sounds good.
Bread is
It,
just good.
I feel
I
like
mean, bread's good.
almost every culture, religion, whatever, has something that's similar to challah bread. It's like a bread made with egg that it's like more than just in the ingredients. Like it's an egg-based bread, and it's sweet, like almost like a Hawaiian bread.
Yeah.
Mm. Like a Jamaican pinch loaf bread. Have you ever had that?
Excuse me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
a
pinch loaf bread.
multicultural, like slightly different spin.
Yeah, so
I like
good.
that. I like that. Do you wrap your presents or do you put them in gift bags?
I,
Depends.
yeah, it depends. I had to put one of Will's presents in a gift bag
Mm,
For my
because
family that are adults, I will put in gift bags. For Isley, I will wrap.
that's sweet. That's sweet. I
it
really
does
do
feel
like
more.
gift bags, but I will wrap them mostly because it's just like I love order and my OCD in wrapping gifts, and my skill level with wrapping gifts is not, they
Yeah.
Hmm.
mismatch. So when I fold the left and I fold the right and it's
Oh,
like a
you don't
skew, I'm
match.
like,
Dude,
Eye twitching.
my problem is, when you put the box down, you do the one side, and then you have to like bring the other side and like cut it and
yeah.
make sure that it hits. I always think that I'm cutting a little bit too much wrapping paper, so I backtrack like maybe a square and a half, and it's always a square and a half fucking short. And I cannot learn. I have this gap just from the wrapping paper to the wrapping paper. So I have to put another strip of wrapping paper.
Oh,
Like,
It's just cut
it
out
is
and like
awful.
taped on.
Yeah. And then our counter out here is where I'm wrapping my gifts, and I'll put the tape on the edge of the counter. And sometimes I look down and it's gone. I'm like, where the fuck did it go? And Will like touches the counter. He's like, you know how much tape is like actually on the
oh
counter?
my God.
Like,
That
I
is,
don't know what you mean. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
How
I'm
did I
just
put there?
securing the counter.
that is so freaking funny. Um, if you were an elf, what would your elf name be?
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, the hell. I'd be Buddy because I'd be tall as fuck.
Buddy. I
Buddy
don't
the
know.
elf.
I don't know any other than Buddy. I don't know any elf names.
Yeah, I need like an elf name generator so we can like pull off like yam
Oh
balls.
God, we're gonna get yam balls again.
All right, so
Yam
I
balls.
have a Christmas elf name generator. So the first letter, so we're gonna do M for Megs. So that is gonna be mistletoe, and then
Ooh,
birthday is
August.
August, correct? Right?
Yes.
Yes, mistletoe bells.
All right.
All right. No, I don't hate it, but I
I
don't
like
like it, but it's
mistletoe
fine.
bells.
All right, L for Laura. So we got Lumi. Don't know what the fuck Lumi is. Um, and Laura, remind me when your birthday month is.
October.
Okay, I thought so, but I didn't want to say it out loud and be wrong because that'd be embarrassing. So I'd rather just look dumb. Okay, so we have Lumi Pine. That sounds like a car freshener.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
does.
Okay, and then we have A for Ashley, and that is Angelica. And then, oh God, I sound like a porn star.
I was
And
just about to say that sounds like a stripper name.
Yeah.
Angelica Twinkle.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a holiday stripper name. Wait, this one's
Jingle these
better.
bells,
Jesus
bitches.
Christ. What
Jingle
is your
these
favorite
bells.
color? Ash, what is your favorite color?
Black.
If black, if it's not an option, but if it is an option, like purple for just normal people.
Okay, yours is tickle for purple. It's tickle twinkle toes or tickle gumdrop for
I
black.
like
I
tinkle.
like twinkle toes.
Yeah.
Me
What
too.
is yours,
Tinkle
Laura?
too. I can't even say. What was that?
What's your favorite color?
Probably blue.
Blue. Okay. All right. Your tinsel stripy tights.
What the fuck?
And mine is where's Elvis McFluff.
There we go.
There
That
we
is a good
go.
one. That is a
Okay.
good one.
I thought it was gonna be good, but
That's a
no.
great elf name. I'm here for that.
Elvis McFluff.
McFluff
That
is
one can
pink, apparently.
we can stick with that one.
God.
Yeah, and I'll stick with Angelica Twinkle. It's gonna be my
I like
stage
that.
name.
I like that.
Yes.
Angelica Twinkle. What if you gave that
Awesome.
as your name for like the show promoter?
Dude, 10,000, Venmo me 10 grand and I will do that. I will even I will change my name legally to Angela Twinkle. So if I ever earn my pro card, they will announce, and your new IFBB pro, Angela Twinkle. And
Oh,
I'll
it's
have like a Christmas
Angelica.
suit.
I like that.
Angelica.
Angelica.
Just makes me think of Rugrats.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All
Cool.
right, chicas.
All right, what are we grateful for? And we'll get the fuck out of here.
Turks and
Ooh,
Caicos. It's been a great, relaxing trip
Laura's like, I'm
Man,
thankful for my palm trees and my beach.
that Ashley is currently sitting in front of.
I know.
All right,
I
Laura's
need to
thankful
learn
for Turks and Caicos.
a reset.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's good.
I am grateful for boundaries, healthy boundaries, because it's the first year I'm taking off for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I literally, I told you guys, but like I sent that text out to my team and I already feel like I'm on vacation. Like I felt like an immense amount of stress just like from my body.
That's
So,
awesome.
and I knew nobody would be like upset by me taking off, but like mentally, I'm like, I have to
Yes.
work.
Yep.
And now I'm like, wow, I get 2 days of not looking at my fucking phone.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm excited. So healthy boundaries, 2025. That's the motto.
Amen. Amen and hallelujah. I am thankful for hair appointments because yesterday
Dude, yeah.
uh,
Love that.
we got
Looks
a
pretty.
refresh, we got a
Hmm.
reinstall, and the next time I get my hair done, I will have a fresh weave because I am graduating to 24 inches. My
Oh, oh,
Oh,
hair
that's
is
me long.
so long. It's like down to here, and it's even wavy a little bit. But when she straightened it, it was like down to like my top of my ass crack. It is long.
wow. That's
Love.
impressive.
I know.
I just got new extensions. I want new ones because I just feel like they look so dead. But I think that's it's also like 3 days of not washing them. So
Part of it is blonde, though. I feel like
Yeah,
the blonde
blonde is
extensions.
hard. Blonde is hard.
yeah. Day two, and it's like, oh, you look like a grease head. So I got this on.
I love that. All right, Laura,
All
you
right,
enjoy the
tools.
rest of your vacation. Guys, have a very Merry Christmas, and
Yes,
we'll
Merry
see
Christmas.
you next Thursday.
Sounds good. Happy
All right,
holidays.
love you, ladies. Bye.